Congressman, welcome back to the program. You were appointed to the House's Select Committee on Redistricting. The final hearing is going to be on Monday in Arlington, which you represent there. My question, though, is are opponents to redistricting going to have any say on what the final maps look like, do you think?
Well, Jason, thanks for having me. And the people of Texas should have say in what maps look like. But sometimes that's not the way the Texas legislature works, unfortunately. What's happening here is that Donald Trump has ordered Greg Abbott to convene a special session to redraw congressional districts. And we have to remember that Texas already has some of the most gerrymandered and racially discriminatory congressional maps in the United States of America today. In fact, there was a recent federal trial that just wrapped up in El Paso last month, where that was the topic of the trial. And so we have to keep that in mind and underscore how gerrymandered these maps already are. And it's ridiculous that Republicans are trying to redraw them now.
Republicans tell me that they hope to get, 5 seats. That's what President Trump wants from D.C. But Texas Republicans say 2 to 3 may be a little more realistic. What do you expect?
It's a great question. I have no idea what to expect. The Republicans are hiding the ball right now. We're in the 4th day of the special session. We have not seen any map filed by my colleagues in the House or the Senate. And so I fully believe that there is a map out there somewhere. I think it's been drawn in the White House or by DC political operatives, and it's probably been sent to the governor. But we haven't seen it. And so they're hiding the ball from not only the legislature, but from the public, from Texans. And that's wrong.
Why are they hiding it, do you think? What's the strategy there?
Well, I have no doubt that they don't want the public to see it before these public hearings. They want people to testify on the broad amorphous concept of redistricting instead of a specific map that further separates our communities of interest across the state, further packs and cracks minority populations. That's what I expect the eventual map to do, but they don't want people to see it to be able to talk about it.
And when we talk about these 5 seats that President Trump thinks that Republicans can flip here in the state, do you think that these will be drawn for Republicans to win, or will Democrats still be able to be competitive in these?
Well, from what President Trump has said publicly, his goal clearly is for Republicans to win more seats because he's afraid of congressional investigations and Congress really having the power to look into his role in the Epstein files and everything else. But the reality is these maps are already very gerrymandered. So if they spread out Republican voters more, and compact Democratic voters more, certainly it creates some risk for Republican incumbents in Congress, which is why I hear a lot of Republicans in Congress are not enthusiastic at all about this idea, but they're too timid to say so and to stand up to Donald Trump.
So obviously Texas cities are Democratic, the rural areas are Republican. What would it mean if Texas Democrats lost 5 seats in Congress?
Well, what that would mean is that Black, Hispanic, and Asian Texans are further being discriminated against in Texas, because the reality is there are no true Democratic partisan districts in the state of Texas. This is a heavily gerrymandered map. What has happened is that there are several majority-minority districts in the state of Texas that elect Democrats because Democrats fight for those communities and Republicans fight against them. But if Republicans gain 5 seats in this existing gerrymandered map, what it's going to mean is that they have gone to great lengths to further racially discriminate against minority Texans in violation of the Voting Rights Act and the U.S. Constitution. That's what that would mean.
You led the last quorum break in 2021. You got a lot of attention for it when you led Democrats to D.C. Republicans, in the end, as you well know, still redrew the lines. What would you tell Democrats today, though, that they should do? And what real options do they actually have?
Sure. Well, in our 2021 quorum break was around the voting suppression bill that Republicans were bringing. The redistricting was delayed that year because of the census being delayed, COVID, right? But what we succeeded in doing in 2021 was raising the issue of Republican vote suppression tactics across the country. The U.S. House of Representatives actually accelerated the passage of the John Lewis Voting Rights Act as a result of our quorum break. We were simply unable to get past the filibuster in the United States Senate. But we always knew the Republicans had the numbers and a bill would eventually pass. We wanted to buy some time and raise the issue. And so I think this process that we're in currently is very fluid. We want the immediate focus is on these public hearings. I mentioned Monday in Arlington. That'll be in the district I represent. I want everyone across North Texas to come out and make your voices heard at these hearings. That's the immediate focus. But going forward from that, I think Democrats in the House and the Senate are going to consider all options to be on the table.
I want to ask about two other quick issues. You're on State Affairs Committee, and in recent interviews, Governor Abbott kind of muddied the water even more about what he wants to do with THC. The Lieutenant Governor and the Senate, they aren't backing off a total ban. Do you expect anything to happen with THC in the special session?
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm kind of confused as to what the governor's position on the issue is.
Yeah.
I think the lieutenant governor, from his comments this week clearly wants a complete and total ban still. And I think the framework that the House State Affairs Committee came up with in the regular session is the best approach. There's out of a lot of imperfect options, but we certainly need to restrict THC to not be available to anyone under the age of 21. We need to get rid of the vapes and the synthetics, but should law-abiding adults have the ability to buy a safe product in a store? I think that's a reasonable position. So I hope that's where the legislature lands, but clearly that's not what the lieutenant governor wants to see right now.
Last question here. State lawmakers obviously looking for a way to address the deadly flash floods. Is there a piece of legislation you've seen that you could get behind so far?
Well, I think there will be. I haven't seen specific bills filed yet. The committee, the joint committees, or I should say, the two committees that met jointly in the House and Senate, they had a hearing this week. I think they had a lot of good information come out. They'll have another one next week in Kerrville, and I think some good policies hopefully will come out of that. Clearly, the legislature needs to act, but it's really important to underscore in terms of immediate relief for the Hill Country. Governor Abbott has the authority to do that right now. Through his budget execution authority, he's done that in many situations far less important in the past. He could do that right now. The only reason we're having this special session is because of Trump's mid-decade redistricting, and that's wrong. But we should be focused exclusively on the flood response, in my opinion, if we're going to be here.
Representative, thanks for the time. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Jason.